Alright guys, welcome back. Another episode of the Subscriber Dynasty, episode 209. That's a lot of freaking episodes, man. We have just finished our season, end of the year 2019. It's our 7th year in this current setup of how we have this dynasty rolling. We're just going to look at some of the stats, man. That's all we're going to do. If you guys are curious to see where everybody's sitting, we'll go back over the top 25 so you can see who's where to end the season. West Virginia, North Carolina, Florida, Stanford, LSU, Michigan State, Arizona State, the top 8. Missouri, Louisville, and Mid-Tennessee State. Tennessee is 32 and Southern Miss is 76. That's currently how it's set up. The Heisman winner, in case you didn't know, was the running back from Florida. He had a really good year. really good year. Stanford number 2. And then we got the quarterback from Mid-Tennessee State, wide receiver, halfback for North Carolina. It was a pretty good. I like seeing all users on that. It's pretty rewarding, I think. At least to me it is. Even though I'm never on there, it's rewarding to see. Same thing with this. Users, all users. Like I'm be more surprised if I don't see a user on here. I got somebody up there. I'm happy. I got at least one guy. My middle linebacker, out of all the linebackers out here, my linebacker made that. That seems crazy because I don't run a whole lot of blitz. This is the only team that's not a user, and it was a user. For the NCAA first team All-American. Let's check out second team. Hurd got up there, back up. See, now we get some of the computer players. But we did pretty good, man. I'm not gonna necessarily showcase any one team in particular, not even myself, even though it highlights my name. Freshman, now this is a big deal. Actually, we'll stop on the freshman. Running back. These are two users, both in the same division, same conference. North Carolina's running back. North Carolina's tight end. Missouri's left guard. West Virginia's right tackle. Missouri's right tackle. Missouri's line, dude. There you go. Gonna be pretty good next year, hopefully. Right in. Missouri, Florida, Missouri, Mid-Tennessee State, LSU, North Carolina. That's a pretty good All-American list. I'm happy with the way that turned out. That was all freshmen at the end. Championship contenders. See what everybody is currently projected to be at the start of next year. We'll go projected rank. I'm sitting at number 1, Missouri number 4, Florida number 6, LSU 10, Mid-Tennessee State, North Carolina, Michigan State, Stanford. So that's projected to be the top 25. Now, whether it is or not, we don't know until the season starts, but that's what it's projected based off our recruits in our team and if everybody stays and all that, which they should. Checking out the award winners for the season. I'm not going to scroll down any. I'm just going to move across. Florida wins the Maxwell Walter Camp, Florida. It's going to be the Florida West Virginia show. I'm just going to tell you now. Oh, Lewis almost got that. 121 tackles. It was 9, but he had 3 touchdowns though. Yeah, 3 touchdowns with the safety, and he typically controls the linebacker. I'm fairly positive. It seems like forever ago since we played, but he's pretty good. 5,000 yards passing. Dang. We will get into the stats here in just a second also, just so you can kind of get an idea of how everybody plays. Like if they're one-dimensional, like throw the ball more than they run, or they go for it a lot on 4th down, stuff like that. That's what we're going to look at and look to see. You could tell a lot by their stats, man. You could tell, even though it is the computer and it might be kind of skewed, you could tell a lot by how a person plays based on their stats. Bowl results. Now we don't want to look at any of that. Don't want to look at any of that. Season stats. There we go. My quarterback. Wait, I only threw for 2,000 yards. Really? No way. Only threw for 2,000 yards. Wow. I thought I did better than that. Throwing the ball. Apparently not. Because I stepped it up towards the end of the season throwing the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because typically this is auto sorted to be users by default. Can I do that? K-State used to be a user. I think that was this season, maybe last season. Okay, this is going to be the best bet to see all the users. Offensive yards. Looking at that, all the yellow ones are current users. 7,000 for Louisville and Mid-Tennessee State. And Stanford. Anybody have 8? West Virginia almost had 8,000 yards of offense. Wow. Golly. Comes to passing yards. See, I had almost 4,000. Look how even that is. Look at Florida's. Wow. That is insanely even. Like 200 difference. LSU, even though his running back No, that's Florida. I was like, even though his running back won the award, that's Florida. He throws the ball a lot also, so does Louisville. Mid-Tennessee State ran the ball a lot. Missouri throw the ball quite a bit. North Carolina quite a bit. Stanford, Tennessee actually ran the ball more than he threw past. Him and Mid-Tennessee State, yeah, it's got like minds. That's pretty obvious. 64 points per game, 61, 50. Man, passing touchdowns for the season, 34, 35, 42, 45, 64 by Stanford, 71 West Virginia. Gosh, man. 47 rush, 57 by Mid-Tennessee State running the ball. That's pretty good. That's pretty good right there. Is there not a user option? No, just NCAA. Okay, that's what I thought. Defense. Total defense. We want. Who had the best? LSU. No, Florida 42. Stanford 39. It's missing somebody. It's missing Michigan State. That's what we're missing here. We need to find Michigan State. I would assume. There we go. There we go. Big Ten, Michigan State, right there. He had more rushing yards also. Defense, he had the best defense in the nation by total yards. Allowed 2,000 pass, allowed 1,200 rush, 13 interceptions, only gave up 242 points. Who was the lowest? Navy. Navy made it to the national championship, so there you go. As far as other users, who else? Florida didn't allow a whole lot. Stanford didn't allow a whole lot. Pretty apparent. 32. That's the lowest so far. 38. Wow, I was almost like third most giving up passing yards. Zeesh, man, I gave up a lot of yards this year, and a lot of points. Look at that, 414. Gave up 2,000 rushing yards. Stanford only gave up 400. 400. Man, sacks, picks. So that was what, 36 turnover difference right there. Gosh, man. Stanford had what, 35? Golly, them turnovers. They turn the ball over, or getting turnovers like crazy. Conversions. This will be kind of skewed a little bit. I want to see percentage. 60%, 66 for Florida. That's pretty good. Stanford and North Carolina both really good stat wise. Going for it on fourth down. 45 times with Missouri. Man, got it 71% of the time. That's not bad. Stanford only missed it once. Florida only missed it twice. 2-point conversions. Tennessee State went for it a lot. So West Virginia goes for it a lot too. Dang. I guess he just didn't do it a whole lot in user games. It's kind of interesting. As far as red zone, Stanford leading the show there. Attempts. Who had the fewest attempts? 63. Yeah. Touchdowns, field goals, offensive red zone, scoring opportunities, 95%. They scored almost every time they were in the red zone. Wow. 96%. Yeah, buddy. That's a pretty good ratio there. Defensive red zone, he scored way too much whenever they were in my red zone. Mid-Tennessee State only allowing 70%. Stanford 64. That's not bad, guys. That's not bad at all. We don't care about penalties. Some guys get a lot more penalties than others. I don't get a whole lot, but it is what it is. -2 difference. That means I turned the ball over way too much. Yeah, I threw 24 picks this year. I threw 24 interceptions this year. I only had like 4,000 yards passing. Wow. That's not good. -13, -20. Stanford had a +10. West Virginia +17. Yeah. I had been pretty good at getting that stat. It used to be between me and the Italian, but not so much anymore, man. Not so much anymore. But that's pretty much it, dude. That's all the stats. If I missed anything, I do apologize for that. But we are excited. We are on the road to the next season. We should be moving along pretty nicely, and getting to that next season started. Should be relatively quick. But that's gonna be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see y'all next time.